Hey everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire crafter. How are you doing? I hope you're well on this Saturday morning. The date is, I'll have to get my watch back on water. We are, what are we? 17 minutes past 11, 18 minutes past 11 in the morning on Saturday the 20th of September. Seem to be doing a lot around this time, about 11, half 11. Right guys, I'm going to do Tracy Evans stamp we're using. I'm using Pink Frog 300 GSM Super Smooth. Tracy sells this. If you want, this is what I'll always say about Tracy's. If ever you want to do Tracy shopping, she also sells the card. So rather than pay 2 lots of postage, you might as well get it all from one place, haven't you? That's what we're here for, isn't it? Save money. Right. So what we're going to do, I've got out all, well, the ones I've thought I might use. Tracy's Christmas stuff. Oh, I didn't. Right, I'm not using this, but I thought if you if you don't have the trees, these make great little Christmas trees. Do you know what I mean? And that stamp, yes, that stamp is together, but just cut it down middle. That's what I will be doing next time I use it. And that one's separate anyway. But they make great little Christmas trees. So I just got a load out, and then I thought, do you know what? I'm going to use this, which is SS7, because I didn't use this one before. So we're using that. You've got the innie and the outer. We are going to use TE50, and I'm literally using it for that tree. And we are going to use my favourite set, TE32, and I think we're going to stick with a mouse, although this would be lovely. But I think I'm going to stick with the mouse. So let's do it. Right, I'm going to mask my... Now this base has been cut to fit a 7x5 card base. This panel, sorry. So that's what I'm going to be hopefully working around to. So I'm going to stick this here, but I just want to tell you, this tape I'm using, I'm going to put the link for it in my YouTube, because in my description it's got it off Amazon. And it was Tracy that I got the idea off. So if Tracy ever does decide to sell it herself, then I'll remove my link and obviously leave it down to Tracy. Well, I'll give you Tracy's link, should I say. But at the moment she's not selling it, so I'm just going to link it because it's absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to mask. Oh, I wanted to mask without moving it. I did it. I'm looking for I've got a heavyweight tape dispenser thing where I could just have it here, but I don't know where it is. It'll be with my Christmas stuff. I'll find it at Christmas, so that I don't have to keep cutting it with scissors. This is not like your normal tape. I've got this already come on little reels, and it isn't the same. It does rip your card, does the other stuff. So that's just in case you try your own and think it don't work. This is actually removable. I can't remember the price, but I know I got a few rolls anyway, just in case I couldn't get it again. Like you do. Now, I am just because, I mean, I didn't do it when I was playing because it didn't matter, but I am going to cover the whole card. Because I know what I'm like. There we go. I should have done this before and all, because it is going to annoy me because I can't spin my card. I should have got my spinning thing out, shouldn't I? If I cut this down, it doesn't bother me moving my card then. That'll do. So the copy paper. Now, I do want to put a little snow hill in, so what I did, I've used Pink Frog masking sheets, and I've got, I know it's not Tracy's, but I've got Mama Elephant Wavy borders, And I've just cut the masking sheet with that. Obviously, if Tracy had it, I'd use hers. So, because it doesn't go to end, I'm just going to cut it. And we only need a little piece. But I want to have, I'm going to go with this side. So I want this dip over here. And I want it quite a way up. So that's the bottom of my, I think I'm just going to go level with the bottom of the stencil, to be fair. Maybe a little bit further up. Anyway, let's stick that down as well. Don't need all that end bit on. Don't want all the bits on that I don't need. You know, it's absolutely silent it down here again. It's all I seem to be saying lately to you. It's just so bad. I think I want a bit more than that. So I've done similar before, different brands, but it is one of my favourite things to do, is to put a scene inside a bauble. It is actually what got me started on videos. It was a different brand, it was a different shaped stencil, it was all totally different, but it was a scene inside the stencil. And that's what got me doing a YouTube. One person wanted to know, then a load of people wanted to know, that was it. The rest, as they say, is history. Right, now I did use my big brushes. So I've got why have I got a bit of thread there? Right, let me get rid of rubbish. So I think, because we're not using a massive space, I'm gonna use them too. That's what I'm gonna use. Move my card base before it gets filthy. So what we're gonna do, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna have to pin my hair back, it's dropping down. Haha. We are in business. So I'm using tumbled glass, Mermaid Lagoon, blueprint sketch, prize ribbon, and because they're not as dark as I want it, I might even skip one of them. I've gone Memento Paris Dusk and Memento Nautical Blue. I love this colour. Actually, it's quite like Uncharted Marinade, if you've got that. So let's start. Now, the idea is to keep the centre quite light. So, I mean, because I'm using a small bauble, when I've done it many times before, I've done it on a bigger bauble. So, it is a case of, I do want this colour all over, the light colour. But still, again, I want to keep it very light. So, I'm literally letting the brush just do its own thing. I'm only holding it to stop it wobbling. I'm literally just letting it do its own thing. Because we definitely want a snow hill, so you want to be able to see that it's a hill and not just nothing there, otherwise it's pointless masking it off. But even that, if I took that off now, there's a hill there. I mean, we are going to take that hill darker in a bit. I also am going into this. If you wanted to now, just tell you so you can do it if you want. You can mask that bit off and leave it white. So when it comes to putting, we're going to cut it out of silver. You know, I'm going to trace that onto some silver glitter. And then I'll put it on top, so I've got a silver topper. But if you wanted them bits there to be white when you look through them, then mask that off now. But I'm happy to have mine blue, which is going to match the actual bauble. I think it works either way. I think both ways will look good. This was easier, I didn't have to mask it off. So just bear that in mind. If you want it to be white through it, mask it now. So I think that's enough for now. We are going to keep blending with that brush and pushing it back out. We're coming in with Mermaid now. Now you can use any inks you want. These are just my go-to for now. So we're really staying quite back. Why is it not? wondered if it felt a bit wet then. It shouldn't do. Oh no, it's taking it now. That were weird. Maybe I just didn't hit it right. So I'm going to go over that little hill again, and I think that's probably the last time I'll go over it. Because that, believe it or not, will give an absolute fantastic mark already. Might just do it once with the dark, like when we get to it, and that'll be it. So as always, when I put my ink down, this gives me a base to move ink, if you like. Now I'm taking that off because I'm going to come back in with tumbled glass. And if I didn't put tumbled glass on it, it would just give that same colour. And I'm just going to push this line back out. And it takes that mark away that was left there just then. Just bear in mind, you want to leave that quite light. The lighter the better, I think. We've finished with Mermaid. I'm going to move it out of the way. Now then, I'm thinking I'm going to drop one. I'm going to drop... Let's do a blueprint sketch. What's on this brush? Before I start it, I'm just going to give it a... Just in case I don't dark on it straight away, because we are going to go dark with it. Now you see, this is the one. I'm not sure if I want to drop this one. It's not a matchy blue, is it? Let's just try it around edges. Yeah, it's okay as that. Like I say, keep it as light as possible. And as you've already got this colour around here, this is mixing in with what's there, so it's not going to come in extremely dark to start with anyway, which is a good, it's a bonus. Right, I like that. And this is the blue I think I'm actually going to, and then I won't go over this again then. That's as dark as I'll take it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It doesn't need any more of that. I'm going to take the light blue again. Just round them edges to blend it back. It just makes it all smooth. I know it might seem a bit long-winded, but you won't get that look if you don't just layer, if you don't layer it up, you know what I mean? So we've gone darker again. This is when I got to here and I thought, it's not dark enough. I wanted it darker. And I couldn't remember how I'd done it before. I could go back and watch my old videos, couldn't I? Now there's an idea. So I've brought in this one anyway. So let's say, I mean, you could even miss these last two colours out and go straight to these. It'll do it just the same. If anything, this was giving me too light a colour. I wanted it a lot darker than that. I wanted a dark night sky, you know what I mean? Coming back in with a light. I should show you before I do it. These marks, I don't want these marks. Right, that's quite a shocking mark, that one. There you go, it's pushing it back out. I don't want those bad blendy marks. I do love to blend. And all the while we're still keeping that. You see how it's all gone now? All them marks I had there, they've just pushed back. Right. Now I'm going to change my brush. Oh, that's what I do. I'm naughty. I got this brush out for these. I don't normally mix my brushes. In fact, I don't mix my brushes ever. But I just have. I know some people aren't bothered, but some people, like me, I don't like to mix them. It's not worth the risk of doing any harm to them, is it? So I'm going to start with Paris Dusk. Do you know, I nearly got rid of these a few weeks ago. Again, we're coming in on the edge. You are, excuse me, you are going to still pick this up unless you want to take that off. So it's not going to come in its true dark self yet. But there, I can see it coming in already. I'm not going to worry about that now. I think that's quite blue enough. You see how blue that's coming in now? And once we add that next colour, that's it, you've got your night sky. You could add purples and pinks as well. Nice Christmas night. Or festive night, winter night, however you want to say it. That's better. That's so much nicer. I'm going to push them back out. Oh, I love it. I'm going to come in with a dark one. This is Nautical Blue. And this one just does it. Now, if you haven't got any of these, you can go straight in with your Twilight. Definitely change your brush. But you can go in with Twilight. That's what I used to do before I got these colours. Twilight was always my last colours to go in on a winter sky. And also, because you're going to splatter onto it some snow, this is permanent, so there was no reaction from it, which I always found nice on my night skies. Look at that coming in there now. Just what the doctor ordered. Like I say, it seems a lot of work, but just look at that. And like I say, you're not going to get it if you just come straight in with this. You do need to layer it up. Gosh, this has turned out better than what my play did. Normally my play turns out better because I have more time to mess. I'm over the moon with that. Look at that. So one last time. Actually, do you know, I'm going to come in with the dark again, push it in. But I quite like the way it's done it there. I don't think I'm going to push it back there. I'm just going to bring that in a little bit further. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to push that back. It looks quite wispy. I know what I mean. So, I want to take that off now. So I'm going to get a piece of kitchen towel. I don't want to take the mask off. I just want to get rid of this ink for now. I mean, you can get another cloth and just bring it in, but I don't want to bring it into here, which, knowing my look, it would do. Right, that's enough. So what we're going to do, we're going to stamp while that's on it. We're going to do some stamping while it's on, and then we're going to do some stamping while when we take this off. So you've got like 2 levels of stamping. So the first thing we're going to do is this little tree from T50. I'm going to take this one. Now the back stamping, I'm going to stamp. I'm trying to look at what I've already done because I can't see the colours. Yeah, I am. I'm going to stamp the back stamping in black. And then the tree that I put forward, I'm going to stamp in blue. Don't know why. Don't know why. It's just what I've always done before. So this tree is going to look like it's behind the snowy hill. And we're going to do second generation as well. So we're going to go... This is why I wanted that little ditch there. So we're going to go first. We're only stamping it twice, that's it. Perfect. And second straight next to it. Just a little bit lower down. That's just perfect. It hasn't, I mean, we can. Well, I don't really want to, but yeah, I've took it. Oh, that worked all right. Took it down a little bit further. I can add to that if I want to add to it. In fact, I don't ever want to do that, but let's have a... It's going to obviously show the other side of the hill, but it'll just look like, if I take it down there, it'll just look like a dark bit of snow, that's all. And we're going to use this anyway, in a few places. So that's that done in black. Now we're going to take the mask off because that's everything we need to do behind. Just this mask. Now I need to be careful that my hands aren't dirty. Look how gorgeous that is. Now also, when I was messing, I didn't do it on pink frog card. So I'm hoping I'm going to get the same effect. Should do. No reason why I shouldn't. Yeah, I'm stamping that off because now we're going to stamp it with Twilight. Honestly, this has always been my favourite colour for stamping in at Christmas. And I'm hoping to get a good print straight away because obviously we're not using a platform. So I'm going to bring this one. See, I want you to be able to see it in a bit of the light. I don't want it in the middle where it's just taking all the light. Somewhere. Oh, I thought I hadn't moved the mask then. Silly. I think we're going to go there. And I think that's down pretty straight. I love these ones that are behind. It really gives a bit of dimension to your card. I'm just going to let it sit a sec. Oh no. Oh, I've got a right big hair there, look. Oh well, we have hairs. We've got a wispy tree. Not to worry. We're all right in the end. So we're finished with that one, unless we choose words and stuff, but we'll come back to that. It's not a problem. Now, we're going to take... It's a very quick card, is this, you know. Because it's very simple. We're going to take this little mouse. This is the 32. Like I say, any of these... Oh, no, it'd be too big. If I'd have put my tree to the side, that little one would have worked. Or your bunny. But I'm going with my mouse anyway. I love using these mice on cards. Move that out of the way. And this time I'm stamping in black. It's only the tree I wanted in blue. I was going to say, I mean, you don't see a blue mouse, but do you see a black mouse? Just making sure. And do you know what? I'm going to stamp it off. Looks okay to me. I don't know why I use this round block only when I'm playing normally, and yet I get marks around it all the time. When I'm using a square or a oblong, I can do it flat, but not when I'm going around one. Oh, good call, Heidi. Don't do it on there. Now that would have just ruined it. I know things can be covered up, but not that. Not half a mouse's head. Right, we're not masking off or anything, but we are going to ground him. So he's going to go anywhere there. I know that little line ain't going to bother people, but it's going to bother me. Oh well, it's what it is. Can only do so much, can't we? Right. The reason I'm holding on a bit longer, because I don't normally do that, but it's only because I'm not using my platform and I'm finding it easier now to hold on a little bit and then I get a good print. Just give it a second. So that's finished. My favourite set. I think if you're going to have any set, this is a real great one to have. I just love this flower. I've done so much with that flower. And then obviously you've got all your little animals. And your alphabet, which is something I don't use often, to be fair. Right, I'm going to wipe my hands. Because we know, don't we? Right, I want a little piece of paper. Let's get rid of that. I'm only after a little... Actually, I could use this, couldn't I? No, because that's the wrong way around. I wanted the bottom bit, what we've used here. Let's go with this. So, I'm going to put it under the tree. And this has actually got twilight on it, on my brush. And all I'm going to do is do like a little divot. Ground it a bit. Now, actually, what I did, I used my pencil. And then I went over with this. So I might show you that. Because that's not very dark. Oh, actually, it's done brilliant. I can't complain about that. But I don't want them all the same. So let's take one up here. And have this one going off edge. It's a great way to show footprints. Ah, look at that. That's brilliant. I'm happy with that. He does want a little bit more. As in, just needs to be a bit deeper. So that you can't see the bottom of the tree, so it doesn't look like it's just sort of buried, but not. There you go, now it is. That's better. Ah, hey, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? We'll put one at this side, seeing as though there's one at the other side. And so I want one for the mouse, but I want, oh, that might be okay. I want like a trail. Let's do under his body. And then a bit out here. Again, I don't want it to look like the tree. I don't want him to look like he's just plonked. Although that works better because it's the same colour. But we'll get by. I'll just keep adding if I have to after. You can tell it's a piece of paper, that, can't you? I'm okay with that because I'm going to do some shading on it. And then I think I'm just going to put a few bits going down. In fact, I'll take it up to him. In fact, we'll take it all the way so it's going back out. That could look pretty nice. Perfect. Oh, I really like that. Ah, that's cute. I'm just going to take it all the way to end here as well. Might as well. And then just with that a little bit, just a tiny bit, I'm just going to give it a bit of like a reflection. But that's it. That's all it's getting. Same with this tree. and only that tiny bit, so that bit's not even getting a reflection. Just that bit there. And I didn't even put a moon in or sun or out anyway. Well, not a sun. Yeah, I'm more than happy with that. In fact, if we take that line down to this tree, it looks like the shadow's gone behind, down to this hill. There, it looks like the it's behind. I'm happy with that. Does it want one here? I'm going to leave that. I'm really, really happy with that. So the next thing we're going to do is splatter. Now, I'm not going to go overboard. I'm down to my new one. I've got this if I want any thin bits. Okay, it's more or less see-through now. That's how much I've wiped it dry. Let's get rid of this paper. Now I want the tiniest bit. She says. So I'm going to order another one of these now. Now that I've definitely started on this, I always want a backup. So this is my bleed proof. I've used it for a long, long time. Brush, 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 brush. There we go. I'm not putting a lot of water because I'd like it to be quite thick. I mean, not as thick as it comes out at jar because it's like spreading margarine, it's that thick. That's not even gonna... Let's have a look. Is it egg? I'm actually thinking about what I've put it on top of. I want it to be white, don't I? Try again. Now you can go into a lot of detail here. You can go and put it all over your trees. Not, you know, with the pen I mean. So you've got snow on your tree branches. We're not here to do a difficult card. We're here just to show that you can do something different with it. I think that's enough. Now, I wish I'd done that somewhere else because I could have saved that. Because we will be doing the highlights on it. But I don't think I'm going to do them on camera because I want this to be dry for 24 hours, I do. It doesn't have to be, but... And I know this is bleed proof, but sometimes it still goes in. Right, I'm going to move that. Get all the wet out of the way. And now we're going to take this off. And move to the next stage. Right, here goes. I've just noticed that one there, I don't want it to smudge underneath, and it could well have done already. Oh, let's just go for it. No, it didn't. Oh, do you know what I forgot though? Oh, well done. I need to... Oh, I don't know how this is going to work. I actually need to put something on the bottom so you know that it's got a bottom. But I need all that to dry. Tell you what. So before you do anything, you need to come round with your light brush round this edge so that it gives you the full circle, whereas now it's just half a bauble just floating. So let's just... Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's take this off and I can fit it back on to do the shade. because I've got to put the heat gun on it and I don't want to put it near my stencil really. Right, let's dry that off. It's cute, isn't it? Ideally, I would wait and put your splats on like day after, personally. But we ain't got that time, have we? Just wiping this because we're going to put it back on. And I don't want any smudges. It's more important that this is back where it should be than anything. I am going to have to put some... Oh, we'll get away with using the same one. We will. Right, just make sure it's in the right place. Right, it is at the top. That'll do that side. Don't need it up top. Right, that'll do it. It's just to stop it coming around here on edges. So I'm just going to do it with, now then, let's take the colour off this and see if it's still leaving us. Right, we might get away with that. We want the tiniest line, just to show that it's actually a bauble. I think that's working. I didn't take that up to edge, I thought I had. Right, let's have a look at that. I won't take the bottom off yet, just in case. Yeah, that's given us a brilliant bauble. Can you see that now? Shall we just call that it, or a little bit more? Because we are going to put a shadow around the edge on the outside. And we're going to keep his fingers crossed that it works. That should be enough, plenty enough. Oh yeah. Isn't that tape amazing? So I'm going to get the inner. Make sure I've got it the right way. Yes, I have. And now I've got a brush with a bit of grey on. No idea what grey it is. I know it's one of these. So it is the one called flannel. So all we're going to do, please stay clean, is put the bauble where it's supposed to go. And move it a tiny bit so that you can see the edge of the... Let's see if I can zoom in. I'll move my paper. And all we're going to do with this grey is we're going to give it an outline, a shadow. Now you don't want to come out here. You're literally half on, half off. And also mask up your hole if you don't want to get it in there. I don't know where that's come from, but it'll do. And we're only going to come up as far as the top of the circle as well. Now I don't know if there's enough ink on there. So I am risking it and I'm going to come in a bit heavier. Black sort of do it. Just do a bit at a time, layer it, and then you're not going to have too much. Now I want to come around this side. That's looking great there. Just that bit needs a bit. Perfect. And it really does give it a fantastic 3D look. Oh yeah. So I'm going to move that tape and I'm going to put it there. And we're only going to come to about here, or even maybe to your snow. Now actually that's going to be too off. Oh no, it's fine. It worked. Look at that shade. I'm going to take a little bit more there. You do love a good 3D item. Card. So I am pressing on a little bit harder now. But that's it, start light, you can go as hard as you want after. When you know what you want. You can do this with your pencils, you know. Put your outline round and just wet it. You're just going to get a different look. You'll get more of a watercolour look. And I think that's fantastic. 3D look, yeah. I'm even tempted to go just a little bit darker. This is that quick while you're ahead, Heidi. Before you get it all wrong. There's not much ink left on my brush anyway. I just really want it to have that, wow, that looks 3D look. Might take a little bit up there. Just at this side. Right, I'm done. Ta-da! I am more than happy with that, so I'm going to zoom back out. Oh. That should be about right, shouldn't it? Now, to do the, we'll do the writing in a minute. To do the topper, now normally I do have a die topper that cuts them out and it's perfect. But this isn't a perfect circle. This is the whole idea of Tracy's stencil. It isn't a perfect round. So to put a perfect top on just wouldn't be right. So what I'm going to do, now this is the best glitter paper I've ever used, but it is Gina. And it's got like a coating on, so nothing comes off. It's as smooth as a baby's bum. But what I'm going to do is turn it over. Now, this wants to go that way. So to get a proper cut of Tracy's topper, I need to turn the bauble and draw around it. And then when it's cut out, it's going to fit. You're going to flip it over and it's going to fit. So I might make your eyes water when I cut because I'm literally just going to cut it on my... I want a sharper pencil. I did sharpen one just for this. There it is. Yeah, I'm just going to use my cutting knife on my paper. I don't get my cutting board out ever. So there's my middle. And all Tracy's little wonky little holes. And I tell you what else and all, because these are wonky holes, you can't tell my cutting's not brilliant. So I'm just going to sort of bring it down, and I can always cut some off once I know how much I need on it. So with my scissors, I'm going to cut the outline. I don't think you can get this anymore, and that's all I've got left. I did it in all different colours. So I'm going to cut the outline, and I'm going to cut the outside of the pencil so it is plenty big enough. And like I say, it's absolutely perfect for this because the holes are wonky. The whole thing's wonky. And that is not meant in a bad way, but that is the actual stencil. And for people like me that can't draw straight lines, it's perfect. Right, there's the topper. Close your eyes. Can't find my little knife, my little blade, so I've always got this one in the drawer. It is scary. And all I'm going to do... Now, what I could do is cut up and cut them out and come back down the same hole, and then when it goes together, you wouldn't really notice it. But it took me 2 minutes with my knife. Like I say, for the simple reason, it was allowed to be wonky. So I'm going to literally just cut them lines. They might need a bit more cutting out when it comes to pushing them out. And if I haven't cut them exact, it doesn't matter. They're not lining up with anything, so that's a bonus as well. And I know there'll be loads of you telling me off, but I already know, so you don't have to tell me. I shouldn't be doing this. Yes, I do have all the cutting mats. This one. I am absolutely melting. I'm going to see if that fan behind me's got charge on it. Oh, it has. I just have that on the back of my neck and it's like, oh, that's nice and chilly already. I hope. Put fan on and Lolly's awake. So just the hole to do. And again, it's a wonky hole, so it doesn't matter. My fingers might look like they're near, but they're not, you know. And I'm not zooming in for you to watch it. If you don't like me, you'd be looking away up through it. I don't like stuff like that. I don't like using stuff like that. So now it's just a case of trying to get them out. I might need a bit more pushing with the knife. Like that one. Oh, there we go. Oh, I did it. Lolly, lie down. I mean, where's my tweezers? Because that'll bring them straight out. There they are. That should bring that straight out because it is actually cut, she says. There we go. Knew it was cut. I think maybe I didn't go all the way through to glitter. Should have paused this bit, shouldn't I? The struggle is real. Ah, you can see, sorted. And that one's definitely done. And so is that. There you go. It was just that one. So just to tidy that little bit of glitter up there. Don't go jumping now. And that little bit of glitter there that I can see through. We're done. Okay, so let's do that, haven't we? Move a couple of them. So that is exactly the top of Tracy's bauble. See it that way around. So it does fit perfect. And we're going to put that on there. But before we stick that down, I'm going to get some tear tape, which is here. No, that's not tear tape. I've just used it before I started. Okay, we'll get some different tear tape. Oh, is this it? Did I put it away? I might have done, you know. Piece of tear tape. And if I look through my card, I mean, you can't see it. I can actually see the pattern if I hold it up. And all I'm going to do is that's the centre of my bauble. So I'm putting a piece of tear tape down. I've got a little piece of silver thread, which I'm going to put through the top of my bauble. But before we do anything, we're going to glue this down. Now, what I would advise is, this actually smudged my ink. I'm not going to lie to you. So I wouldn't put a lot of ink on, glue on. I need them to be level, ideally. So get your thread through. Or just draw your line on, you don't have to have thread. And sit it on your bauble. See? You see what I mean about what I said earlier? You could have white through there, but I was quite happy to have the blue. When I did it, I didn't know, I wasn't thinking about it, but I did like it with the blue through after when I looked. I thought, yeah, it's a good job I didn't mask it off. So that's stuck, and actually, it must have been because I put too much glue on before. How beautiful does that look? I mean, you can do it with embossing powder as well. You can just draw it, you can do what you want. It's your bauble. Now, I'm going to take the release off this. Don't know where my pokey tool is. Hopefully this will do it. I'm going to stick that down. Now, if it's open like that is, you know, it looks like it's got a gap. I just moved, oh, it's done it itself. I just took one and moved it to the other side of the other. Well, that's clever, isn't it? I just did it like that. And then when these were stuck down, although I did want that twist to be there, that's not going to work. Oh, I'm okay with it like that. But take another piece of tear tape. Well, I took a couple actually. And I'm not taking the release off. I'm just securing that over. Don't need that bit of extra. Now, just be careful if you're sticking that down, because that will stick. In fact, tell you what. Let's make it so it doesn't stick, so we can carry on playing. And ask me how I know, because I went to pick it up and it was stuck to paper. There you go. It's all bandaged up. Perfect. So we'll put the sentiment on. Now, your highlights that go around the side, I paint mine on. I just use a paintbrush that I've adapted. And I won't do it yet because I want it to be fully dry. And I'll just paint them on. That's if I decide to do it. But failing that, put your, again, wait till it's dry, put your mask back on and just dab through it with white ink or with Versamark and use white embossing powder. But you don't always have to have it. I mean, I don't know yet. I don't know. So I want some words down here. So going through all what Tracy's got here. See, I prefer things to say winter rather than Christmas. But I like celebrate the season. Winter wishes. How much room have we got? Let's have a look. So this is TE22. I'm just going to go winter wishes. Now, I'll tell you what I don't know if I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to ground it. Or do I just leave it? And I'm going to do it in black. Or blue. No, I'm going to do it in black because we're going to put squiggly lines around. Again, that could be something else you could leave off. I'm putting lines around, so wait a minute, Lolly. Every time. Well, it's Saturday, so when Andy gets up now at 1 o'clock, I come back up for afternoon. It's the only time I can come up in the afternoon and have the day to myself. You know, afternoon, no doggies. I don't mean that in a bad way. I love my babies. So we've got this on. Right, so if we get the card base, I haven't done the lines yet, I'm going to do them in a minute. So if you get your card base, you can leave it like that. You can go around it with your black marker and do it like that. I decided, so this is, what is it? Pink Frog. Thick silver card. It's thick, and I mean thick. So we could put that round and not even put the lines round, and you've got a nice card. I also did some glitter. Now this is Spellbinder's glitter card, but I thought this is cheap and cheerful, so, and I've got plenty, so I'm okay with not messing with it. But I love this silver, and I thought I'm not wasting all that when I can save that panel. So I can stick that down, and I can stick that down. And that's just stunning, I think. I think that's absolutely beautiful. But do we go for the lines round? Now, I'll show you what I did. This is my play. It's on different card. It was messing about. Everything's messing about. But I put the lines through, and I just want to see. I don't know, you know. I think I might leave it, and I might just put a couple of dewdrops up here. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to leave it. Let's stick it down. If you think I should put the squiggles on, let me know. I can always put them on after. It's not a problem. But I did them squiggles before I started thinking about putting any kind of base on. So let me know what you think. I'm going to glue this down first, actually. I don't know what she's playing with. Oh, I'm dead happy with how it's come out. And like I say, I didn't play on Pink Frog card. I'm using it purely because you can get it at the same time if you'd put an order in with Tracy. But I'm so glad I chose to use it. So I'm sticking that down first. I've gone with the edges. I've ignored that in the middle. Just gone with the edges. I mean, it's belting card as well, isn't it? I'm not a glitter fan. I don't do glitter. But I'm in love with that. And that one will just come in handy another time. If that hadn't have been glitter, if I'd have done that out of there, and the only reason I didn't do it out of here is I'd have never got my knife through it. It's mega thick, is their silver card. And that's all nice and safe. So because we know we've only got... Oh no, we do want to put glue in the middle. What am I on about? Ignore me, what do I know? But yes, we definitely want it in the middle. I'm using my Gina K Connect glue. Ideally, actually, I could have done with padding this up because of that. Let's see how it sticks. Got dirty hands, Heidi. I've just seen loads of messages flashing up on my phone up here. Hope everything's alright. From people I don't normally get messages from, because I can see the names when they flash up. Right, that we want that to stick down there. See, even with the silver, I like it now, it's just crossed there instead of at bottom. Oh, do you know what she's doing? She's chewing at me salad maker box. What a dog. Salad spinner, not salad maker. My hands are so filthy, I can feel it all. Yeah, put glue there, but that'll come off with a rubber. There you go. I'm so happy with that. I'll show you the dewdrops. That's it, that's everything falling all over. So these are my dewdrops. Lots of people sell these. And I just thought, maybe, oh yeah, a couple there. Or I've got little snowflake ones and all. Oh no, like that. There, and then the bigger one there. Yeah, I'm going with that now. So I'll glue them down. You will see the glue to start off with. Let me get me... Oh, 1 second. One second, baby. Yeah, you'll see the glue to start off with, but it dries clear. That's down. Love it. I absolutely love it. I'm dead proud of that now. Yeah, do you know what? I don't think it does need the lines around it. Totally different on different cards in it. That's cream. And just look at that 3D part. Oh, I've got a right sticky mark all the way across there. I'll take that off in a minute. Oh, I hope you like that. Just shows what you can do, doesn't it? Right, guys, I'm going to go. Maybe actually, you know the actual barbel, maybe take it up a little bit. I didn't know what I was going to be doing down here or up here, to be fair. I might even put another 2 dewdrops up here. But yeah, I would take it back up, depending on what size card you're doing. Right, I'm going to go, guys. I love you loads, and I'll catch you real soon. Bye, everybody.